Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. We've got an Atomic Maverick 115 CTI for you today. We do get a graphic update for this year, but it returns structurally unchanged from when it was new last year. This is the widest of the Maverick line, and as such is the most powder and soft snow and freeride oriented of the group. There's definitely a pretty big difference in the shape and profile of this 115 versus the 105, 96, 88, and so on. Just really emphasizes that deeper snow capacity of the Maverick 115 CTI. As a result, it is more of a special tool, a little bit more specific to deeper snow areas. Not a whole lot of versatility here. It is much happier when it's in deeper and softer snow. So if you're looking for something that kind of crosses lines and blurs boundaries, this isn't it. This is pretty well situated in the freeride and powder realm. Built with a poplar and ash wood core, we also get Titanal underfoot and carbon stringers. That said, even in the 185, it's not terribly heavy, nor is it terribly stiff. There is, some flex to it. Obviously, when you get to this width, you're going to lose a little bit of torsional stiffness, but even that fore aft is supportive, but still pretty easy to bend. Weight-wise, this is a 115 and a 185, yet we're still below 2,000 grams, 1,981 grams. So they're able to pack a lot of flotation and power into a pretty lightweight and mobile package. And I think that's what's really attractive for a lot of skiers when they're searching out a deeper snow powder ski like this is, do I want something that's more mobile that I'll stay on top and float and still kind of cut through stuff? Or do I want something that's super dense and heavy and frankly harder to use? This kind of spans that, easier use case scenario, mostly due to that lighter weight and a little bit more of a directional feel. So it's got more of a traditional style to it than some of these skis that are way more rockered and bowed out. This thing's a little bit smoother and easier to use. Do get an 18-meter turn radius here. It kind of likes to go longer from what we've found. It's not like it wants to make shorter turns than 18 meters. You start to run into a stiffer tail with less of a freeride format at that point. But quite a bit of camber underfoot for a 115. That's going to make the ski kind of bounce up and down out of the snow. But I mean, check out this taper shape here. The widest part of the ski brought well down into the ski, almost a third down into the ski. Aligns well with that rocker profile, which doesn't have a ton of splay, kind of flatter overall, but it's super long and it lines up with that taper shape. So this shovel is extraordinarily floaty. And then the tail just gets a little bit narrow. It starts narrow and gets wider as you get to the end of the rocker profile. And that is what's going to make this ski just hold on a little bit tighter. A camber profile plus that somewhat flatter tail. Not a lot of drama in the splay back here. Much more directional and traditional, as I just said, just to kind of appeal to those skiers that like that type of feel as opposed to a super rockered ski. I mean, that Atomic has the Bent 120, Bent Shetler 120 in its family, so that's kind of the opposite in terms of overall shape and style versus this 115, which is a lot more directional. So if you're familiar with that Bent 110 or Bent Shetler 120, this Maverick 115 CTI is quite a bit different. And it's not like it's a different skill level, it's more of a different preference. So if you just like making smooth directional turns, I'd go Maverick 115. If you're more freestyle oriented and more creative, that Bent and Bent Shetler series skis work great for that as well. But yeah, this is a really fun ski. It definitely has its limitations in non-powder conditions, and it also kind of keeps intermediate skiers away due to the width. Although I don't think it would be a horrible choice if you're an intermediate that's progressing quickly and you're looking for a powder specific ski. But it really can't be your one and only if you're in that level. But if you're more of a stylistic expert that wants a directional ski, this is an awesome one. So that's it. That's the Atomic Maverick 115 CTI. Make sure to check this thing out here at SkiEssentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.